Hey, I'm Allison, and I want to tell you the story of how I stopped being lazy, lost 400 pounds, and found the man of my dreams. It all started when I was 16. I was so overweight that I couldn't go to high school anymore. Walking was just too exhausting for me. So instead, I stayed at home and ate food all day. My mom was the complete opposite of me, drop-dead gorgeous and in perfect shape. Her only flaw was that she couldn't say no to me. So whenever I told her to bring me food, she did it. I normally ate 3 Big Mac menus for breakfast and then another 7 Big Mac menus over the rest of the day. That's why I gained 4 to 8 pounds per week. I hated myself so much, I was about to give up on life. But then something crazy happened. One of my old classmates contacted me on Facebook and we started chatting. But it was more than that. We were actually flirting. He said I looked gorgeous, and he'd love to meet up with me. Of course, I struggled to believe that a guy as handsome as him was interested in me. But I knew that some guys like big girls. So I went along and invited him over to my place. But when I opened the door to greet him, he wasn't alone. He had 2 friends with him and he was filming on his smartphone. I had no idea what was going on. But then he bursted out laughing and said to his smartphone, "Oh my God, you won't believe what just happened. Fat Allison really thought I wanted to go on a date with her. Ugh, does she really think she's in my league?" I immediately slammed the door and started crying. I weighed 600 pounds and I had never felt worse in my life. That's why I did something quite dramatic and dangerous. I locked myself into my bathroom and told my mom I wouldn't come out until I lost 200 pounds. So for the next few months, all I did was drink tap water and lay on the ground. I had a shower right next to me, but I was too fat to use it, so after 2 weeks, I smelled terrible. But for the first time in my life, I didn't give up. Even though my mom begged me to come out, she said it was too dangerous and I had to eat something. It took me 150 days inside the bathroom to achieve my goal of losing 200 pounds. But once it was over, I didn't just go back to eating Big Macs. I immediately went to a gym and it was humiliating. While all those people were in such great shape, I was still weighing 400 pounds. But then a super handsome trainer came over to me and said, "Hey, I'm Ty. Are you new here?" Wow, I couldn't believe that this super handsome guy was talking to me. I said, "Yeah, I want to lose some weight." Then he told me to go on the treadmill for 30 minutes. Afterward, he came back to me and said, "Hey, I want to make sure that you will reach your goal and achieve your dream body. So if you ever need any help, just call me." Then he gave me his business card with his name and phone number on it. I know it sounds stupid, but I immediately had a huge crush on Ty. I knew he was out of my league, but what if I became thin? Would he be interested in me? Well, I needed to find it out, so I started going to that gym every single day. Everything was going well until I met my old classmate again, the one who had pretended to like me. When he saw me, he said, "Oh wow, you've lost some pounds, but why do you look even worse now?" And then he started laughing again. I know I shouldn't have cared about his words, but within seconds, he destroyed my whole self-confidence. And for the first time in more than a year, I bought a big bucket of ice cream and ate it within a few minutes. I felt like such a loser and decided to text my fitness trainer, Ty. I wrote, "It's me, Allison, from the gym. I give up. I'll just eat ice cream until I die of a heart attack." I immediately regretted my text to him, but after 5 minutes he responded, "Hey Allison, don't worry. Just give me your address and I'll come by at your home to support you. Everyone needs support sometimes." Wow. I gave him my address and he literally took a 2-hour drive through our city just to come by and support me. When I opened the door, he gave me a big hug and told me to not worry anymore. Then we spent 2 hours laughing and talking to each other. Knowing that Ty cared about me gave me the strength to continue my healthy diet of not eating more than 1,000 calories per day. And then it took me another 18 months to achieve my dream weight of 120 pounds. I was incredibly proud of myself, but I still had lots of excess skin from all the weight I'd lost, so I had to get skin removal surgery. Afterward, I looked amazing. I mean, I wasn't the most beautiful girl in the world, but after all my training, I had an amazing ass and an overall great shape. When I went to the gym the next day, they threw me a small party and everyone congratulated me. Of course, Ty also came up to me and told me how impressed he was by my transformation. But all I wanted to know was if he found me attractive or not. Well, he didn't ask me out on a date that day, but I kept waiting for many weeks. Finally, I had enough and did it myself. I asked him if he wanted to go watch a movie with me. When he said yes, I didn't know if he knew it was a date, but then during the movie, I asked him if he liked me, and he said yes. So I just kissed him and now we're a couple. He's the first boyfriend I ever had, and I hope we'll stay together for the rest of our lives.